Businesses should be more than places to earn a living. They are a platform to pursue self-actualization, both individually and as a community. When you do it right, embracing the challenges of leadership becomes the best opportunity to evolve your consciousness, and raising your consciousness provides the highest leverage point for meeting today's business challenges. In other words, business becomes a place where leaders produce economic outcomes that cultivate well-being and promote a culture of stewardship for others and for future generations. At IMC, we tried many Western leadership theories and their gurus, but none of them took hold. International consultancies were brought in, but ultimately all proved unable to gain the kind of traction I was searching for. I wanted business to contribute to economic prosperity in a world in which both people and nature flourish. I wanted an alternative to traditional management theories that serve short-term profit without attention to pressing human and environmental predicaments. Social entrepreneurialism, quote-unquote conscious capitalism, and similar ideas are steps in the right direction. They embody business as a force for good. They reflect the outer transformation of markets, with business required to meet rigorous standards of social and environmental performance, accountability, and transparency. Quantum leaders do all that, but they also go much further. They embrace the inner transformation of business leaders, the global mind shift, the consciousness that we are deeply connected to others and to nature. Such inner transformation brings out from an authentic place our natural tendency toward creating prosperity and flourishing. Business, in such a situation, becomes a positive institution with leaders who are not choosing to be in service of others as much as they are manifesting a new way of being. As integrators of wealth and well-being, quantum leaders bring together seemingly disparate roles to harness the collective energy of the organization in service of society. Such integration can come only from a transformation in consciousness, the awareness by the mind of itself and the world, which in turn has the potential to lead to a genuinely new way of being. This way of being is also thousands of years old, based on oneness and wholeness, but it must be continuously reimagined for today's context. Transforming our consciousness to one of wholeness erases the distinction between the person or organization doing good and the person or community who is the recipient of the good. It lessens the tendency to nationalism and tribalism. It helps us avoid the more extreme, quote-unquote, us versus them cleavages along political, ethnic, cultural, and national lines that mar human affairs. It enlivens a much earlier mindset in which our ancestors saw themselves intrinsically and indivisibly as part of nature. For some in my management team, this emphasis on transforming consciousness was initially difficult to accept. At best, it seemed to them to be a distraction from pragmatic business realities, and at worst, a waste of time. But eventually, it had a profound impact on their lives. Managers who were initially resistant but stayed with it ended up making a huge difference to the success of the business. What surprised me most was to hear how many came back over the years to tell me what a pivotal influence it had on their personal lives. The quantum leadership model is now drawing adherents around the world. At a recent FBN summit, which I hosted at my company's Sangha retreat on Yangcheng Lake in Suzhou, new consciousness in business permeated the summit conversations, with nearly 600 multi-generational business leaders from 44 countries. There was a major focus on Polaris, a movement within FBN to foster transformation of family business as a force for global good. In 2014, as I was contemplating how best to share with others what I was learning about business leadership, I came across the philosophical treatises of Ervin Laszlo, who put me in touch with his son, Chris Laszlo, a noted business academic and author. Although Chris grew up nearly 6,000 miles away from me, in Switzerland, it became quickly apparent that we had similar perspectives on business.